Hello students, welcome you to this session. In our previous videos, we have discussed exam tips, how to score CENTEM. Also in another video, one model question paper discussed. In our exam focus series, in this video, we are going to discuss one model question paper. You can download the question paper and you can attend this session. Now, first we go for some objective questions, 1 mark questions. In section A, there are 14 questions. You have to answer all the 14 questions, right? You can expect some questions from the textbook and a lot of created questions will be there. For that, you must be thorough with the formula, results, everything. You can do all the 14 questions very easily. Try to work it out and do. So in this session, we are going to do that. And one more thing, I am not going to repeat the questions. What we discussed in the previous question paper, similar questions, and if it is the same question, I don't want to waste time. And graph construction also, just I'll tell you how to do that. Those who have doubts in graph and construction, we have uploaded separate videos. So you can watch that, you can score full mark in graph and construction. Let us go for the first question. If g equal to a function is given 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 5 and 4, 7 is a function given by, it is given g of x is equal to, what is g of x given here? Alpha x plus beta, and they asked to find the values of what? Alpha and beta. And 4 options given. So here listen, a function is given. In function, what is the first element? 1, 1. The second one is what? 2, 3. Okay, 2, 3 and some more elements given. So we want to find alpha and beta. So what is the meaning of this 1, 1? When you put x equal to 1, your answer is also 1. That is g of 1 equal to 1. G of 1 equal to 1. 1, 1 meaning g of 1 equal to 1. So for x you put 1 and your answer is also 1. Your answer is 1. So 1 is equal to x you put 1, alpha into 1, alpha plus beta. You will get one equation, right? You will get one equation. Now you put the second value. What's the second value? 2, 3. 2, 3 you give. For x you put 2 and the answer is 3. Answer is 3 and x you put what? 2. 2 into alpha. 2 alpha plus beta. Now to solve two simultaneous equations, you solve it. So equation 2 minus equation 1 easily you can do equation 2 minus equation 1. 3 minus 1. 2 is equal to 2 alpha minus alpha is 1 alpha. Beta minus beta cancel. So you are getting alpha value 2. They asked to find what? Alpha and beta, but it's a 1 mark question, right? So we no need to do everything. Here alpha value 2. So first value 2. See the options. Any option which has first value 2. Yeah, second value. Second one, the first option is what? 2. In all other options, the first value is not 2, right? Also, none of this is not there. So you no need to go even to find beta. Beta you can find, not a tough thing, right? That alpha value you substitute, you will get beta also, okay? But no need to waste time. Once you get alpha is 2, so the correct answer is what? B, okay? Even if you find beta, you can find it. Alpha value 2, substitute here. 1 is equal to alpha value 2. 2 plus beta. So beta is, bring that 2 here. 1 minus 2, so minus 1 equal to beta. So correct answer is what? 2, minus 1. Now we go for the second question. Read that question. The least number that is divisible by all the numbers from 1 to 10, both inclusive. So 1 to 10, the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So these are the numbers, 1 to 10. The least number which is divisible by all these, that is you have to find LCM. You have to find LCM, but you may think how to find the LCM for all these. You can do it, I'll tell you some easy method for this, okay? How to find LCM. 1, it is divisible by any number, right? 1 you leave it. 10 is divisible by 2. So if a number is divisible by 10, definitely it will be divisible by 2. So I can leave it. 3. This 9 is divisible by 3. So LCM will be adjusted here. 4. 8 is divisible by 4. So while taking LCM for 8, definitely it will be divisible by 4. 5. 10 is divisible by 5. 6. What's the divisible test of 6? Divisible by 2 and 3. It is divisible by 2, it is divisible by 3. So, okay. So, 7, okay, no other way. Now, it is enough to find the LCM of 7, 8, 9, 10. Instead of finding LCM from 1, 2, 3 up to 10, it is enough to find LCM of 7, 8, 9, 10. So, can you divide it? These two numbers are divisible by 2, right? So, 7, 4, 9, 5. So, if you multiply 5 2s are 10, 7 4s are 28, 28 into 9, you multiply and you attach 1 0, 7 4s are 28, right? 28 into 9, you do that, 72, 9 2s are 18, plus 7, 25, and 5 2s are 10. So, the answer is 2520. The correct answer is the fourth option. Okay. Now, we go for the next question. Go through that question. So, these type questions they may ask even in 2 mark also. So, don't try to mug up the answer, because any question they can ask us a 2 mark question. So, you need to write the steps and all, right. So, try to work it out all the objective questions. Look at this question. A equal to 2 raised to 65. A is equal to 2 raised to 65. Then B equal to, B is a lengthy expression given, right. B is equal to, see what is given here, 2 raised to 64 plus 2 raised to 63 and so on. Last one is what? 2 raised to 0. What is 2 raised to 0? 1. What should be the previous number? Last number is 2 raised to 0. Previous one is what? 2 raised to 1. Then before 2 raised to 2. Like that it comes up to what? 2 raised to 64. So I am going to write in the reverse order. Last one 2 raised to 0 is what? 1. So 1. Then you have 2 raised to 0, right? 1 plus that is 2 raised to 0. Then 2 raised to 1. Plus 2 square, etc. Last one is what? 2 raised to 64. We want to add all these things. You know, this form a GP, this form a GP. You know what is GP, right? In a GP, the first term, A is the first term. What's the first term here? 1. R is the common ratio. What's the formula for common ratio? T2 by T1. T2 by T1. 2 by 1. It is what? 2. And number of terms. Can you tell me how many terms are here? You count from here. See the power. 1, 2, 3 up to 24. So from here to here 24 and plus one more term. So totally you have 25 terms. So n is equal to 25. So B means B is equal to sum of 25 terms. Sum of 25 terms. And you know the formula for Sn. Sn, what's the formula? A into R raised to n minus 1 by R minus 1. That's the formula. So use that formula here. So B is equal to S25. What's the formula? A into, what's A value? 1 into R raised to n, 2 raised to 25. N is 25. Minus 1 by R minus 1, right? R minus 1, it is 2 minus 1, that is 1. So you are getting like this. Okay, all the steps given detail there. Now what you can do, this 2 raised to 65, not 25. Total number of terms is 65, right? Because 1, 2, 3, etc. up to 64 and one more term. Totally 65 terms are there. So yes, 65, right? So 2 raised to 65 minus 1. 2 raised to 65 can be replaced by A. So B is equal to A minus 1, or bring that minus 1 here, plus 1. B plus 1 is equal to A. So A is equal to B plus 1. A is equal to B plus 1. So A is larger than B by what? 1. So the correct option is the fourth option. A is larger than B by 1. Okay, look once again. So B is given here, B is given. So I am writing in the reverse order, you are getting this. You know it is a GP. First term is 1, R equal to common ratio 2, and number of terms 65. So hope you understood that. Okay, so like from the first you can see here 2 raised to, here from here 2 raised to 1, 2, 3 up to 64, and one more term is here. So totally how many terms there? 65 terms. So n equal to 65. Then you substitute, and this 2 raised to 65 can be replaced by what? A, and minus 1 you bring here. So A is equal to B plus 1. So A is larger than B by what? By 1. Okay, so it's a very important question, and they can ask even in 2 marks. Okay, so prepare this well. Now we go for the next question. Go through that fourth question. Listen that question, fourth one. If x minus 6 is the HCF of a trinomial is given, right? X square minus kx minus 6, right? 1 x square minus kx minus 6. What they said here, x minus 6 is a common factor, highest HCF, highest common factor. It is a factor. Factor means it divides exactly, right? So that means remainder is equal to 0. So what you can do here, I am taking this polynomial as p of x. X minus 6 is a factor. X minus 6 is a factor. So p of 6 equal to 0. P of 6 equal to 0. So wherever x comes, you put 6 square, 36. Minus x, you are giving 6k. Minus 6 equal to 0. So minus 6k, I am taking that side. So 6k. 36 minus 6, it is what? 30, or k is equal to 30 by 6. So you are getting k is equal to 5. So the correct option, k is equal to 5. So only thing you remember, HCF or GCD. Okay, so that means it exactly divides. So the remainder is equal to 0. You know remainder theorem? When you divide by x minus 6, the remainder is p of 6. Here remainder 0, so p of 6 is equal to 0. Okay, that's what you have to use it. Let us go for the next question. So read question number 5. It's a very simple question, right? So in matrix, very simple question. For the given matrix A, one matrix is given, what they asked, the order of the matrix A transpose. You know, suppose A's order is m by n. What is the order of A transpose? N by m, right? Because row become column and column become row. So m by n, the order of A. Then A transpose order is what? N by m. So here, what matrix is given? A. What is the order of A? How many rows are there? 3 rows, right? First row, second row, third row. There are 3 rows, but how many columns? 4 columns, right? There are 4 columns. So order of the given matrix is what? 3 by 4. 3 rows and 4 columns. So order of A transpose is 4 by 3, right? Fourth option. It is 4 by 3. It's a direct question. No need for any calculation for this question. Okay. We go for the 6th question. A question from geometry. Okay. Look here. It's a very simple thing. The perimeter of two similar triangles. Perimeter of two similar triangles ABC and PQR. One triangle is ABC. One triangle is ABC. Another one is PQR. So listen here. Perimeters are, in similar triangles, perimeters proportional to the sides. But area proportional to square of the sides. Square of the sides. But perimeter proportional to sides, corresponding sides. Okay. So what is given here? The perimeters are given as 36 and 24. 36 and 24. For the first one, the perimeter is 36, and for the second one, the perimeter is what? 24. Also, it is given PQ, it is equal to what? 10. PQ is 10. What they asked to find here? The length of AB they asked. Find the length of AB. So, what result you have to apply? Perimeter of the triangle ABC by perimeter of the triangle PQR. Perimeter of the triangle ABC by perimeter of the triangle PQR is equal to corresponding sides, because here we want this AB. So AB by PQ. It is AB by PQ. Just substitute all the known values. 36 by 24. 36 by 24 is equal to what you are getting here? AB by 10. AB by 10. 12 table cancel. 2 and 3. 2 table I am cancelling here. 2 and this cancel 5. Cross multiply. AB is equal to 5 3s are 15. So the correct answer is what? 15. The fourth option. Okay. So remember this result. Perimeter of two similar triangles is proportional to the corresponding sides. When it comes area, you have to square it. Okay. Don't write AB by PQ. You have to write AB square by PQ square in the case of area. Okay. Now we go for question number 7. Tangents in construction. You know different types of tangents, right? From an outside point, how many tangents you can draw? From an outside point, you can draw 2 tangents. Both the tangents are equal. A point on the circle, how many tangents? Point is on the circumference, only 1 tangent. If the point lies inside, you cannot draw any tangent. You know, the tangent tangent and the radius are perpendicular, right? That's this question. The tangent is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact, right? This is the radius, this is the tangent. Tangent and radius are perpendicular at the point of contact. Okay, so direct question. One or two questions will be like this only. No, just by reading that you can answer it. Okay, now we go for the next question. The slope of the line, see, slope means immediately all the formula should come in your mind. Slope, there are different formula, right? If the angle is given, what is slope? Tan theta. If 2 points are given, what is slope? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. If the line is given, that is if the equation is given ax plus by plus c equal to 0, then what is slope? Minus what is that? Minus a by b, right? So there are different formula, you know. Then parallel, what's the condition? m1 equal to m2. For perpendicular, m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1 and so on. Lot of results. Now here, slope of the line joining the 2 points is 1 by 8. Slope, they given us 1 by 8. What's the formula for slope? Here 2 points given, right? 1 point is 12,3. 1 point is 12,3. And in another point, there is an unknown. What's the unknown? 4, a they given, right? 4, a. They asked to find the value of a. And 4 options given here, right? So you know the formula y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So y2 minus y1. What is y2 minus y1? y2 minus y1. a minus 3. By x2 minus x1. 4 minus 12 minus 8. 4 minus 12. 4 minus 12 minus 8 equal to 1 by 8. 8 can be cancelled. So it is minus 1. Cross multiply. A minus 3 is equal to minus 1 into 1. It is minus 1. So A equal to minus 1 plus 3. It is 2. So you are getting the correct answer is 2. Now we go for the 9th question. Read that question. 2, 1 is the point of intersection of 2 lines. Listen, suppose 2 lines are given. They are intersecting. How can you find that point? How can you find that point? You have to solve the 2 lines, right? Sometimes they'll give 2 equations. They'll give 2 equations, find the point of intersection. What do? Just solve the 2 equations. You will get some x value and y value. Write it as a point. That is point of intersection. Okay, but here 2, 1 is the point of intersection, they said. 2, 1 is the point of intersection of which 2 lines? 4 options given, right? 4 options given. So it is. So what do? You have to, actual method is you have to solve it. First is solve these 2 equations. Check whether you are getting what? 2, 1. If not, solve these 2. If you get 2, 1, that is the answer. But it's very difficult, right? You have to check one by one. First itself, if you get, okay, you can save time. But here the easy method is, now listen here. Point of intersection means the point lies in which line? First line or second line? Point of intersection means the point lies on both the lines. That means the point must satisfy both the equations. So the method is you substitute the given point 2, 1 in the equations. Where it satisfies, you see. The first it won't satisfy. So suppose if it satisfies 1, that is not it. It must satisfy both the lines. Here 2, 1 satisfies this one. 2, 1. X is 2, y is 1. What is 2 plus 1? 3. Second also you substitute, x you put 2 and y is 1. So 3 into 2, 6. 6 plus y value 1. 6 plus 1 is what? 7. So the given point 2, 1 satisfies both the equations of B. So the correct answer is B. Okay, like that you can check very easily. But for 2 more questions, if they ask, find the point of intersection, the method is you have to solve it. Okay. And sometimes they may say, check whether this is the point of intersection in 2 more questions. You substitute and you have to show that. Okay. Now we go for sum number 10. If the ratio of the height of a tower and length of its shadow. Listen, a tower is there. Say this is the ground, this is the tower, the sun is here. So the shadow will be here, right? So I am taking this one, A, B, C. This is tower, this is shadow. If the ratio of the height of the tower and length of the shadow is, what is given? Root 3 is to 1. Root 3 is to first height is root 3, the shadow is 1. So root 3 is to 1, you take it as root 3x and this is 1x. The ratio, okay, some multiple. So you take root 3 is to 1, don't take root 3x, 1x, okay. What they ask? then the angle of elevation, So you have to find theta, very simple thing. This angle is 90, 90's opposite is called what? Hypotenuse, right? So this angle is theta. So this side, this is opposite side, and this is what? Adjacent. Opposite, adjacent, it is in tan. So you find tan theta. Tan theta is equal to root 3x by x. So tan theta is equal to root 3. Root 3 can be written as what? Tan 60. So theta is equal to 60. So the angle of elevation is equal to 60. Question number 11. The height and radius of the cone of which the frustum is a part. Frustum is a part. What's frustum? Listen. Suppose a cone is given here. If we cut somewhere here, if you cut, you will get a frustum. Okay, this is a frustum. Frustum is a part of a cone only. Okay, now listen here. Now some dimensions, so listen very carefully. And frustum is a part of a cone, and the cone's radius and height they given, right? Its radius and height. Height they given us what? H1, and the radius they given us what? Radius they given us what? R1. Height is H1, the full height. This full height is H1 and this radius is what? R1. Frustum is a part. And so they mention height of the frustum they given us what? H2. Height of the frustum they given us H2. Height of the frustum, this portion, this is H2. Just I'm extending this, okay? Only this is H2. The full height is what? H1, right? Full H. Also given H2 is to H1. H2 is to H1, or H2 by H1 is equal to what they said here? 1 is to 2. 1 is to 2. 1 by 2. What they asked to find? They asked to find R2 is to R1, right? They asked to find R2 is to R1. Okay, now listen here. Can you see some similar triangles here? This small triangle and the big triangle, both are what? Similar. This small triangle and the big triangle, both are similar. Okay, so for this small triangle, I am taking the height. Can you tell me what is this height? Full height is what? H1. This is H2. Can you tell me this one? H1 minus H2. Okay, from the full portion, you remove, you will get this. Full height is H1. H1 minus H2. H1 minus H2. That is this height, small triangle's height. Now the big triangle, what is the height? The full height, it is what? H1. Equal to, for small triangle, the radius. For small triangle, they said the radius as what? R2. It is given here, right? The first term, the smaller base is R2 units, the radius of the smaller base. So there are two base. One is R2. Another one already we know. For cone's base only, it is R2. For small triangle, the base is R2. By the big triangle, the base is what? R1. Now you split into two. You can split H1 by H1 minus H2 by H1. H1 by H1 is what? 1. Minus H2 by H1. Directly in 1 by 2. Okay, write a step. H2 by H1 equal to R2 by R1. 1 minus H2 by H1. They given H2 by H1 is what? 1 by 2 equal to R2 by R1. What is 1 minus half? It is half. So half is equal to R2 by R1. So what is R2 is to R1? It is 1 is to 2. What they asked in the question, then R2 is to R1. R2 is to R1 is 1 by 2. So the ratio is what? 1 is to 2. So the second option is the correct one. Okay, so you can make a note. Okay, now we go for the next question. Question number 12. The volume of a frustum, if of the cone of height h and the radii r1 and r2. In our book, you would have studied the radius r and small r, right? Capital R and small r. So these type questions, direct formula. If you know the formula, right, you can write. Okay, if you're thorough with that, no problem. But some students, they won't study the formula properly, right? So they know the formula, but after seeing all the four options, they will be distracted, right? These are called distractions, okay? So they distract. So you have a doubt whether it would plus or minus or whether square is there or not, because after seeing all the four options, you will be confused. So in such cases, what you can do, in some rough column, you write. You know the formula, right? Volume of the frustum. What formula you studied? Pi h by 6. r square plus rr, right? Some formula you study, no? That you write, then you check whether it is there or not. Sometimes by seeing all this you will be confused which one is correct. Then only you have some doubt whether I put plus or minus. So such cases you write separately and you check it, you will get it, okay? But instead of capital R and small r, here they used R1 and R2. Read the question carefully. The volume of the frustum of the cone, the height is h, and the radius of the at the end are R1 and R2. Instead of capital R, they given R1, and for small r, they given us what? R2. Okay. So the formula is pi h by 3, not 6, pi h by 3 into r square plus small r square plus rr, right? Instead of capital R and small r, they given R1 and R2. So the answer is 1 by 3 pi h R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 into R2. That is the correct answer. Volume, while doing the sum, you write what cubic units also. Okay. Now we go for the next question. Question number 13. Okay, look at this question. One question, probabilities. Very simple question. A letter is chosen at random, the alphabets A1, A, B, C, etc. up to Z. So you know the sample space. A, B, C, etc. up to sample space is A, B, C, D, etc. up to Z. So what is totally, how many numbers are there? 26. So n of s is equal to what? 26. So the denominator must be 26. Okay, denominator is 26. What they asked here? Then the probability that the letter chosen precedes x. So before x, x, y, z. Precedes x means don't take x before x. So totally 26, in which 3 of them are here. So don't take these 3 remaining. So 26 minus 3. So it is what? 23, right? So the answer is 23 by 26. That is the correct answer. Now let us go for the last objective question. Another probability question. You know the properties of probability. What is P of A? N of A by N of S, right? N of S is equal to 1. N of empty set is 0, right? Then you know some formula. P of, right? P of S. P of S is equal to 1. P of empty set. Impossible event. This is sure event. It is 1. Probability of impossible event is what? 0. Probability always lies between what? 0 and 1. And probability of A is equal to N of A by N of S. Then another important thing. P of A, probability of A plus its complement P of A bar is equal to 1. From here you say two results. P of A is equal to 1 minus P of A bar, and P of A bar is equal to 1 minus P of A. This is one such question only. What is given here? If the probability of non-happening is Q, non-happening, that is P of A bar is Q. They asked to find happening, the probability of happening that event, that is P of A, you have to find 1 minus P of A bar, that is 1 minus Q. So your answer is the first option, 1 minus Q. Okay, so that's all the objective questions. So you understood all the 14 questions. Okay, so by learning like this, not only these questions, any questions related to this you will be able to answer. Okay, now we go for 2 more questions. Answer 10 questions. Normally what we do after receiving the question paper, immediately what you check the question paper, what they ask compulsory, right? So here also there is a compulsory question. 28th question is a compulsory question. 2 mark there is a compulsory question. 5 mark there is a compulsory question, right? We look into that first. Okay, so once you know that, you get the confidence, right? But don't worry, it will be, if you prepare well, everything you can answer it. Then normally we check graph construction, right? Now let us see the 2 mark questions. See the first question, question number 15. Find the 8th term of a GP. Just recall the formula. I am not going to do all the calculation, just I am going to explain to you. You can do that, okay? It is a GP. Be thorough with the formula. Don't think this chapter is tough, not like that. It is easy only. Just you learn the formula. For a GP, we keep on multiply, right? First term is A, common ratio T2 by T1. Nth term, the formula Tn is equal to AR raised to n minus 1. AR raised to n minus 1. What they asked here? 8th term. So T8 is equal to AR raised to 7. 8 minus 1, right? So if you know the series, here a series is given 9, 3, 1. Just to identify A value and R value. What is A? A is the first term. What A is equal to 9, right? And common ratio T2 by T1 or T3 by T2. T3 by T2 also you can write 1 by 3 or T2 by T1. 3 by 9. You are getting 1 by 3. Then the formula for Tn is AR raised to n minus 1. If you substitute, you will get the answer as 1 by 243. Okay. Now we go for the next question. Alpha and beta are the roots of x square plus 7x plus 10 equal to 0. So one equation given, its roots are what? Alpha and beta. X square plus 7x plus 10. Alpha beta, so you must know that formula in alpha beta, right? What is alpha plus beta? Minus b by a. Alpha and beta c by a. Then a lot of other formula, right? Go through all the formula. What they asked here, alpha raised to 4 plus beta raised to 4. Alpha raised to 4 plus beta raised to 4. I'll tell you the method how to do. First, identify, is it in the correct form? The given equation, x square, x constant, right? Equal to 0. So what is a here? 1. X square coefficient 1. B value, x coefficient 7 and c is equal to 10. Okay, c is equal to 10. Then alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is equal to, what's the formula? Alpha plus beta minus b by a. So minus 7 by a value 1. So minus 7. Alpha plus beta. Alpha into beta, what's the formula? C by a. C by a. C by a, 10 by 1, it is what? 10. What is it? These are the two basic things. If you know this, to find alpha raised to 4 plus beta raised to 4, you can't do directly. First you find alpha square plus beta square. There is a formula for that, right? You find alpha square plus beta square. This is the formula. Alpha square plus beta square is alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta. You know alpha beta, also you know alpha plus beta, right? You know the values. That values you substitute here, you will get the answer as what? 29 for this, for the value of what? Alpha square plus beta square. But that is not the answer. They asked to find what? Alpha raised to 4 plus beta raised to 4. You have to remember this formula. Alpha square plus beta square the whole square minus 2 alpha square beta square. Alpha square beta square means alpha beta the whole square. Alpha beta, you know what is alpha beta? 10 the whole square. Okay, 10 square 100 into 2 200, and this you got it. Alpha square plus beta square is what? 29 the whole square. Substitute the value, simplify, you will get the answer as what? 641. The calculation part you have to practice. Okay, these are the formula involved in this, so learn the formula so that you can do. So remember this formula, alpha raised to 4 plus beta raised to 4. Now we go for the next question. Sum number 17. Two triangles similar. Earlier we did one sum, right? Perimeter. Perimeter, what is that? If the perimeters are proportional to the sides, but areas are proportional to squares of the sides. So here look at this question. ABC, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Triangle ABC. Triangle ABC similar to triangle DEF. The two similar triangles. Okay, now what they said here. Some measurements given. BC is 3. BC is 3 and EF they given us what? 4. And the area of triangle ABC 54. Area of triangle ABC 54. Area. They asked to find area of this triangle. Area they asked to find. So what result you have to use? Areas are proportional to squares of the sides. Squares of the sides. So don't write BC by EF. If it is perimeter, BC by EF. Since it is area, you square it. Area of this triangle by area of this triangle is equal to BC square by EF square. This is the formula, right? Okay, so area of the triangle ABC by area of triangle DEF is equal to BC square by EF square. Substitute the values. So area is already given, right? Here 54, here we don't know, right, as it is. So 54 by this equal to square of the sides. Here the side is 3, square it, 9. Here the side is 4, if you square it, 16. So you are getting this. From here you cross multiply and you can do the calculation. Okay, so you can do that sum very easily. Just remember the formula. Then calculation part, I think you know that, right? 54 by, what do you got it here? Area of triangle DEF equal to, the right side is what? 9 by 16. 9 by 16 squares, right? Now we can simplify by which table? 9 table you cancel. So 9 table you are getting what? 6. 9 and 54 cancels it. Cross multiply. Triangle DEF is equal to 16 into 6. You will get 96 as your answer. Now we go for the next question. Sum number 18. Listen. Area of a triangle, by seeing that you are very happy, right? Area of a triangle, all of you know how to do that, right? Area of a triangle formed by 3 vertices. One value is unknown. What's unknown here? K comma minus 2. Minus 1, 2, minus 1, 2, K comma minus 2, and one more point, K comma minus 2, 7 comma 4, right? 7 comma 4 is the next one. And what they said here, the area they given us what? 22 square units. Area is 22. Find the value of what? Find the value of K. Area 22. Area 22. You know the method how to do. Area 22 means the method is what? Half into, right? Like that you are right? Half into. Minus 1, 2. K minus 2. 7, 4. Again you write minus 1, 2. Equal to 22. Next step, what we do? Cross multiply. 2 into 22, it is what? 44. Here you multiply. First multiply in this order, right? Minus into minus, plus. So 2 plus 4K plus 14 minus, you multiply in the other order, right? 2K, 2 into K, 2K minus 2 into 7, minus 14, minus 4. Now you can simplify this and you can find the value of what? K. You will be getting the K value as 5. Okay, hope you know how to do the simplification. Okay, addition, subtraction, but you do very carefully. You will get K value is equal to 5. But sometimes they may say collinear. Collinear means you put area is equal to 0. Okay, go to the next question. The horizontal distance between two buildings is 140. Two buildings are there. The distance between them is what? 140. The angle of depression of the top of the first building when seen from the top of the second building is 30 degree. Angle of depression. Angle of depression seen from the first building to the top of the second building. So listen here. There are two buildings. From the second building, you are looking the top angle of depression. So from the top, you are looking down. So second building is the taller one. First building, AB. Second building is here. I am taking that second building as CD. From here, your eyesight will be like this. You are looking the top of the second building at an angle of depression. Looking down. From the top, you are looking down at an angle of depression. They given us what? 30 degree, right? And one more thing, they said the two buildings are, the distance between the two buildings they given us what? 140 meter, right? 140 meter. So this is 140. Then what else they given? If the height of the first building is 60 meter, height of the first building is 60 meter. So if I draw a line like this is 60, so this also 60. What is the question they asked? Find the height of the second building. Find the height of the second building. That is, this height you have to find. We have to find this height. So what you can do? This is 60. I am taking this as say some x. So what is the height now? 60 plus x. 60 plus x. So if I know x value, add 60. That is the height of the building, right? So this is 140. So this also 140. Alternate angles. This is 30. So this angle also what? 30. So make use of this triangle. Using this triangle, you find tan. Tan 30 is equal to opposite side by adjacent x by 140. Tan 30, 1 by root 3. The values you have to study. 1 by root 3 is x by 140. So x is equal to 140 by root 3. So this is x value. Then the height is x plus 60 or 60 plus x, right? 60 plus x. So you will get 60 plus that x value, 140 by root 3. 140 by root 3, if you want, you can multiply by root 3 by root 3 and you can do that. If it is a 2-mark question, the calculation part, even if you leave like this, no problem. Otherwise, root 3, 1.732 and you have to simplify that, okay? Now we go for the next question. Go through this question number 20. As observed from the top of a 60-meter high lighthouse from the sea level, the angle of depression of two ships, given as what? 30 degree and 45 degree. But now you must know the position of the ships, right? So read further. If one ship is exactly behind the other on the same side of the lighthouse, find the distance between the two ships. So listen carefully. That's a lighthouse. Some questions will be like this, right? Lighthouse is here. One ship is this side. One ship is another side. Find the distance between them. X plus Y. That you find, right? But here, both the ships are in the same side. Okay. So lighthouse is here. One ship is here. Another ship is here. One behind the other. Find the distance between them. This is what they asked to find. Now listen what else given. An observer from the top of a 60-meter height lighthouse. Lighthouse, the height they given us what? 60 meter. Eyesight will be like this. Angle of depression. Both the ships looking, right? This angle will be more. Two angles given, 30 and 45. So this is 30. When you come closer, the angle of elevation, this angle will be more. What? R from here. This one angle of depression, and this is 30. This is 30. So this is 30, and here you have to bend more, right? This angle is more, so it is 45. I am taking this part as Y. Now listen, we want to find X, right? Find the distance between two ships they asked. So here, first from this small triangle, you find tan 45. Tan 45 is equal to opposite side by adjacent, 60 by Y. Tan 45 value, what's tan 45 value? Yes, it is 1. So 1 equal to 60 by Y, cross multiply Y is equal to 60. Now we take the big triangle, you take the big one, take this big triangle. So what do you get here? If you take tan 30, you take tan 30 is equal to tan, take the big triangle, okay? You write the steps from the right angle triangle, give some names here, okay? From the right angle triangle, P, Q, B, some names you can give. Tan 30 is equal to opposite side 60 by adjacent side is Y plus X. So tan 30 value, it is 1 by root 3. 60 by Y value, got it. What is Y value? 60 plus X. So from here you can find the value of X. You cross multiply, what you get? 60 plus X equal to 60 root 3. So X is equal to 60 root 3 minus 60. 60 can be taken out, root 3 minus 1, and can be simplified again, right? So X is equal to 60 into root 3 value 1.732 minus 1. 1.732 minus 1. So 60 into 1 will be removed. So 0.732. You simplify. When you simplify, you will get the answer as 43.92. Okay, that will be the final answer, and write the unit also. So simple thing, diagram. So they can ask even in 5 mark these type questions. Okay, so be very careful. Very simple question. Now we go for the next question. Sum number 21. Look at this question. The radius of a conical tent. Radius of the conical tent is 7 meter and its height is 24 meter. So conical tent, radius is given and height is given. Calculate the length of the canvas used to make the tent. Width of the rectangular canvas is 4 meter. Width of the rectangular canvas is 4 meter. Okay, please listen. This is what given. So we want to make a conical tent. What do you understand here? We want to make a conical tent. So we want some canvas in conical shape, right? But it won't be available in the shop in that shape. So in the shop we go, it will be in rectangle shape. Width remains same. They'll ask how length you need, right? So width you cannot change. Here the question is, the width is 4 meter. How much length you need to make this cone? So the canvas required here and what we buy here both must be same. So here canvas required means curved surface area. Curved surface area. For cone, what is curved surface area? Pi r L. But L is not given, so you have to find L. R and H given, right? L is the slant height. What's the formula for L? H square plus R square. H square, 24 square plus R square. You will get 625. If you simplify, you will get what? 25 L value. But now what do you remember? this curved surface area equal to area of the rectangle. What's the area of a rectangle? L into B. L into B. Only that L we don't know, so you can find it. L into B. L into B is what? 4. This is for rectangle, left side. Right side, curved surface area. What is that? Pi 22 by 7. R 7 L. Pi R L. L value got it as what? 25. So everything you know, that 7 get cancelled, and 4 you can bring it down and you can find the value 275 by 2, and it is 137.5 meter. Okay. So what do you remember here? The canvas required here, that area and this area are same. This is rectangle, so length into breadth. Length we have to find. Here pi r L. L we don't know, so first you find L and you have to substitute. Okay, now we go for sum number 22. Listen this question. Total surface area of the cone. What's the only thing you need? The formula. Total surface area of the radius they given us what? 7 centimeter, and total surface area 704. The formula is pi r into L plus r. Direct formula. If you know the formula, substitute that R value they given us what? 7, and simply find the slant rate. They asked to find L value. You can do the calculation. Pi value substitute 22 by 7, and you are getting L equal to 25. Okay, just you remember the formula. Look at this question. It's a good question. Find the range. Very simple thing, right? Normally we know range means L minus S, largest value minus smallest value. Coefficient of range L minus S by L plus S, right? But this question, by there they give some data, some values they give, you find out which is a larger, which is a smaller, right? But if they give some tabular column like this, some class intervals are given. Here the method is last column you check, last interval you take. See the upper limit of the last one, upper limit of the last and lower limit of the first. You have to subtract it. Last one's upper limit. Last one is what? 60 to 70. 60 to 70. The upper limit is what? 70. Upper limit is 70 minus that 70 minus lower limit of the first. First one is what? 0 to 10. What's the lower limit? 0. So 70 minus 0. So the answer is what? 70. But one thing I want to tell you. For the first one, what's the frequency given here? 8. But suppose they are not giving 8. If they put 0 there instead of 8, 8 is, remember, suppose there 8 is not there. It is 0. Then you should not consider this class at all. Then what will be the range? What will be the range? Upper limit of the last one. What is that? 70 minus lower limit of this one. What's the lower limit of this? 10. 70 minus 10. You write 60 as your answer. If the frequency is what? 0. Okay. If the frequency is not 0, you can take this. Here it is not 0, it is 8. So you must use only this lower limit. Okay. So here the answer is 70 minus 0. So the answer is what? 70. And one more thing you have to see, sometimes it won't be true class. Sometimes it is 10 to 19, then what? 20 to 29, 30 to 39, like this. What is the range? Don't think, here some frequencies given 3, 7, 9, no zeros here. 39 minus 10, 20, no, it is wrong. Reason, it is not true class, right? 19, here it is what? 20. So true class, how can you make? Add 0.5 here, subtract 0.5 here. So the first class is 9.52, 9.52, 19.5, 19.52, 29.5, 29.52, 39.5. So here 39.5 minus 9.5, your answer will be what? 30. It is not 29. So if it is not, all these things you have to look into that. Okay, we may know, range. It is easy only, but questions can be asked in different forms. Okay, now we go for the next question. Question number 24. Simple question. Find the least possible value of x such that 67 plus x. 67 plus x is congruent to, is equivalent to 1 mod 4. So what's the method? A very simple thing. One you bring here, right? Then you say it is divisible by 4, right? Bring that 1 here, minus 1, right? So 67 plus x minus 1 is divisible by 4. Minus 1, subtract 1, 66. So 66 plus x is divisible by 4. 66 is not divisible by 4, right? Fourth table if you see, right? 40, then 4 you add 64, you will get, then next will be 68. So 68 is divisible by 4. To make 68, least value only they asked, right? 68, then 72, right? We want the smallest value is 66 plus a positive number. Minimum you have to add what? 2. If you add 2, 68, and that 68 is divisible by 4. Okay, not only 2, 6, 10, or keep on adding 4, all possible numbers, but the question they asked, find the least positive value among all those values, 2, 6, 10, etc. The least value is 2, so that is the one answer you are supposed to write. Okay, now listen, the 25th question. Find the sum of first 28 terms. Find the sum of first 28 terms of an AP. Nth term given. Listen, you know the formula for nth term. What's the formula? N by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So what are things you need? You need a value, you need d value, you need n. N stands for number of terms that you know. How many terms are there? 28 terms are there, right? Nth term is given. So nth term is given. You put n equal to 1. You put n equal to 1, you are getting the first term. You put n equal to 2, you are getting the second term, right? So first term you take it as a, and the second term also you know now, so you can write the common difference. Common difference, what's the formula? T2 minus T1. So T2 5 minus T1 is 1. 5 minus 1, it is what? 4. So once you know a value and d value, you can substitute here. You will get the answer as what? 1540. That is the answer. Okay, now look at the next question. Very simple question. Solve this quadratic. Solve means you have to read the question very carefully. There are 3 different methods, right? Factorization method, formula method, completing the square method. But here they specified formula method. If nothing is mentioned, you can use any method. So formula method, you must know the formula. But before that, see what is a value here? A value 3. You check whether it is the correct order. Yes, it is the correct order, right? So a value 3, p square coefficient 3. And b value 2 root 5, and c value minus 5. C value minus 5, and the formula is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Substitute and simplify. You will get root 5 by 3 and root 5 as your answer. Now question number 27. A man goes 18 meter due east and 24 meter due north. And the distance between the starting point and the final. In the previous paper we discussed this. So still this is 18 and this is what? 24. They asked to find this using Pythagoras theorem. You can do this one, right? Now when you simplify this, you are getting the you will get the answer for this. Now see the 28th question. If root 3 tan theta is 1, listen, root 3 tan theta is 1. So what is tan theta from here? 1 by root 3, right? 1 by root 3. From here you can find theta. Just ask a question. Tan, which angle is 1 by root 3? 30, right? So theta is equal to 30. Theta is equal to 30. What they asked to find here? They asked to find the value of sin square theta minus cos square theta. They asked to find sin square theta minus cos square theta. You know the theta value now. What's theta value? You got it as what? 30. Theta value 30. That 30 is substitute sin square 30 minus cos square 30. What is sin 30? 1 by the table you study. Okay. Sin 30 1 by 2 the whole square minus cos 30 is root 3 by 2 the whole square. Can you simplify this? 1 by 2 square, if you square it, 1 by 4 minus root 3 square is 3, 2 square is 4. So take 4 LCM, you will get minus 2 by 4. Cancel, you will get what? Minus 1 by 2. Okay, so minus 2 by 4. If you simplify this, you will get minus 1 by 2. Okay, trigonometric table, trigonometric identities, everything you study thoroughly. If you find trigonometry little tough, we already uploaded a separate video for trigonometry. You can watch that also. Okay. Now we go for the next question, 29. That's all the questions, 2 mark questions, and the last question what we discussed is the compulsory one, right? It is from trigonometry. Now we go for the 5 mark questions. You know, this is a main area to score, boost your total, right? Because 10 questions you are going to answer, 50 mark out of 100, 50 mark you can get from here, right? So easily you can do that, because you know what are the 5 mark questions, possible 5 mark questions. Every chapter you study, and compulsory question also if you got it, easily you can score this 50 mark. Okay, let us see in this paper what they asked. See the first question, A given, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. F is a function from A to B, is an onto function defined by a function is given, right? So you can find the images one by one. You put, first you put -2 and -1, 0, 1, 2. One by one you substitute, you will get all these values. The given function is f of x, right? Given function, put all the values given here, minus all the 5 values. These are the values you are getting. Okay, do the calculation carefully. But writing the answer is important. What they asked, find B. Find B means don't write all the 5 values. What are the answers you are getting? 3. Then what you are getting? 1. Then 1. Then 3. Then write 7. But don't write all. There are some repetition. When you write the set, don't repeat. Okay, that's important. So B is equal to only 1, 3, 7. So 3 repeats 2 times. You write only 1 time. 1 also repeat 2 times. You write only 1 time. Without repetition, you have to write. Okay. See this question. Find the GCD of the polynomials. Find the GCD of 2 methods, one factorization method, another division method. Here you can go for division method. So the larger one, both x cube, here also we have x cube only, but here 1x cube, but here you have 2x cube. So this you divide by this. Okay, the 2x cube minus 5x square, 2x cube minus 5x square, that polynomial you divide by the other polynomial. Okay, x cube plus x square, you divide it. When you divide, if your remainder is 0, this is your answer. But in this case, when you divide, you are getting the remainder as minus 7x square, minus 7x square, plus 7x, minus 7. That minus 7 you take it out. So remainder is not 0, right? You are getting minus 7. You are getting the remainder as minus 7. You after getting the remainder, you take minus 7 common, x square minus x plus 1. You get the remainder like this. So no, you cannot stop it, right? Now take this inside. X square, x cube, that one you take inside, plus x square minus x plus 2, this one. So what you have written here, that you take inside, divided by the remainder. This minus 7 you don't need to take, you take only x square minus x plus 1. In this case, you are getting the remainder as what? 0. If your remainder is 0, the last by which one you divided, that is called GCD. If the remainder is 0, this is GCD. Suppose the remainder is not 0, you get some other number, x minus 1. This one you take inside. This you divide by the remainder. Till you get 0, you keep on dividing. Okay, but here you are getting 0 as a remainder. So this is a GCD. So what is the GCD here? X square minus x plus 1 is the answer. Okay, now go for the next question, question number 31. D and E are respectively the points on AB and AC of triangle ABC. A triangle ABC is given, triangle ABC. 2 points given, what? D and E. D and E are 2 points of triangle. Okay, it's not DABC, it is a triangle ABC. Okay, triangle ABC. And AB they given us what? 5.6. The full length is 5.6. 5.6. Then AD is 1.4. AD they given us what? 1.4. The full length is 5.6. This is 1.4. So you can find this, right? 5.6 minus 1.4, like that you can do that. Same way, some other information given. AC they given us what? 7.2. AC 7.2. Full length is 7.2. And AE they given us what? 1.8. AE 1.8. Here also you can find this value, right? 7.2 minus 1.8. You will get this one. So now we know all these values, right? What they asked, show that DE parallel to BC. So what you can do? You find AD by DB. AD by DB. How this 4.2? The full length is 5.6 minus 1.4. 5.6 minus 1.4. You are getting 4.2. So same way, this another one also you find out. Which one you have to find next one? The other side, right? This will be 5.4. 7.2 minus 1.8, 5.4. You find AD by DB, also AE by EC. AD by DB and AE by EC. Both the values you are calculating. In both the cases, you are getting the answer as what? 1 by 3. So from 1 and 2, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So which theorem can you tell me? Converse of BPT, right? Converse of BPT, basic proportionality theorem. Basic proportionality theorem is if the two lines are parallel, then AD by DB equal to AE by EC. What is the converse? If AD by DB equal to AE by EC, then the two lines will be parallel. So here the condition satisfied. AD by DB is AE by EC. So you can say by the converse of basic proportionality theorem, D is parallel to BC. Okay, so that is question number 31. Now you can go for question number 32. Okay, just go through that question 32. One theory question. By seeing this, you may think it's a tough question. It's a very, very easy question. No calculation, nothing. Very easily you can do this question. Just read the question, try to understand what is given here. From a window, h meter high above the ground of the house in a street, the angle of elevation and depression of the top and foot of another house on the opposite side are given as theta 1 and theta 2. Show that height of the opposite house is h into this one. Listen, here there is a house, a window is here, this is a window, and opposite side there is a house, right? There is a house. Here this is the top and bottom. What you are doing? You are standing here, right? Sorry, through the window you are looking the top of the opposite house and bottom at the angle of elevation and depression given as theta 1, angle of elevation theta 1, and this angle they given as what? Theta 2. And listen, what they asked here, find the height of the opposite house, the full height they asked. And for the first, this window is here, right? Window is here. This height they given us what? H. This height they given us H. This is H means, you know, this length is also what? H. This length is also H. I am taking this part as Y. Taking this as Y. So what is the height of the opposite house? The full height. What is that? H plus Y. H plus Y. So height of the opposite house is H plus Y. We have to prove that H plus Y is equal to this answer. Okay, H plus Y is equal to that answer. So we have to prove H plus Y equal to this answer. So we can do the sum in different ways. I am doing in a very, very simple method. So see, this is the answer, right? So we want two ratios. What are two things you need? We want cot theta 1 and cot theta 2. So directly I am finding, normally we won't take cot and all, right? We take tan, sin, cos, like that we take. But here why we are taking cot? Because in the answer we need what? Cot. So find cot theta 1 first. Where you can find? Using this triangle you can find cot. Tan is opposite by adjacent. So cot is adjacent by opposite, x by y. So cot theta 1 is x by y. And cot theta 2, from where you can find? Alternate angle. So this is theta 2 means this angle is also theta 2. Find cot theta 2, adjacent by opposite, x by h. X by h. Now I am taking the one side, that fully I am taking. So what do you have to prove? This height, this is equal to h plus y. I am taking this part fully, okay? Substituting the value of cot theta 1 and cot theta 2. Cot theta 1 and cot theta 2. Both the values we got it here, and that values we are substituting. You know, numerator is x by h. See the denominator? X by y, or next step you can put into reciprocal of the denominator. X by y become y by x, right? So y by x. So now we can cancel this x, you can cancel, you are getting y by h. Okay, y by, take LCM, h is LCM, so h plus y, and both the h values you cancel, you are getting h plus y. H plus y means the height of h plus y, right? This h plus y. That is height of the opposite house. This is height of the opposite house you are getting, and we started like this. So both are equal. So height of the opposite house is equal to this one, hence proved. Okay, so see the diagram, it's very important. And cot theta 1, cot theta 2 you find out. And first itself we mentioned we have to find height of the opposite house. First itself you write what is the height? H plus y. They asked to prove this answer. So now it is enough to prove these two are equal. H plus y is equal to this one, and you can do it easily. Okay. Now look at the next question, number 33. Very simple one. The ratio of volume of two cones 2:3. Volumes are two cones 2:3. V1 by V2 is what? 2 by 3. Volume of cone, what's the formula? 1 by 3 pi r squared h. And what is given? Find the ratio of their radii. Find the ratio of their radii. So you have to find R1 is to R2. This is what we want to find. And height, what they said here, second height of the second cone is double height of the first one. So first one's height I am taking it as h. Height of the second one is double that. So you have to multiply by 2, right? Height of the second cone is h. 2h, 2 times, double they said. Okay. Radius R1 and R2, that is what we have to find. V1 by V2, V1 by V2, 2 by 3. Please listen, V1 by V2, 2 by 3. V1 by V2 is equal to 2 by 3. V1 means what? What's the formula for volume? 1 by 3 pi r squared. First one's radius is R1. So R1 squared into what? H. What is height? For the height of the first one is H only. By V2. V2 means volume of the second one. What's the formula? 1 by 3 pi r square. What is r there? R2. So R2 square into h. What is h there? 2h, right? 2h. That they given us 2 by 3. 1 by 3 pi you can cancel. Then what else you can do here? H also cancel. The 2 you take here. So R1 square by R2 square is 2 into 2. 4 by 3. Take square root. R1 by R2 is, when you take square root, this become 2, this become root 3. So that is why the ratio is what? 2 is to root 3. Okay, these steps you have to write. Okay, then you will get the answer 2 is to root 3. Remember, formula for volume of a cone, 1 by 3 pi r squared h. R we have to find, so take it as R1 and R2. Height they said, second one's height is twice the first. So first one's height I am taking it as h. So second one is what? 2h. You'll get the answer. Okay, now we go for 34. Question number 34. It's a very simple question, but a lot of calculations will be there. So you learn that, but if it is not the compulsory question for the examination, you can leave that because a lot of calculations will be there. If it is a compulsory question, no other way, we don't know which one they are going to ask compulsory question. So now you learn everything. Okay, try to learn as much as possible. Then when you go for the examination, selection of question is very important. Okay, so now listen here, what is given here? Mean given, two things, height and weight. Okay, height and weight given. So which is more varying than the other? So we have to compare it. For such cases, you find covariance. What's the formula for covariance? Sigma by x bar in 100, right? Covariance, coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation you find out. Sigma by x bar into 100. Coefficient of variation. For comparison, so which is more consistent? What do you do? Find the coefficient of variation. Which is less is called more consistent. But here they didn't ask which is more consistent. Which is more varying than the other. So find the coefficient of variation which is more, that is your answer. Okay, so here mean is given, mean of the first x1 bar, mean of the second is what? X2 bar. Variance given, but we want sigma. Variance means sigma square. So you have to find the square root of this. Not that much easy. Either you go for long division or you can use logarithm. How to use logarithm for standard deviation? The previous video I explained with log table, so that you can watch that. Okay, so you have to find the square root of this. You find the square root of this. Then only you will get the standard deviation. Once you know standard deviation, coefficient of variation of height, coefficient of variation of weight, both you can find out. Using this formula, you are getting the two answers. Into 100, don't forget to put. So 5 point, another one is 11 point. So which is more? Coefficient of variation of second is more. So the final answer is weight of the student is more varying than height. Next question number 35. The cots The similar question, same question we did in the previous question paper. So similar ones, I don't want to elaborate that. This is the formula we have to use, and the answer you are getting 7/13. It's a very simple question. Look at the 36th question. The product of three terms of a geometric progression. Listen, three terms in geometric progression. You name them as A by R, A, AR. If it is AP, A minus D, A plus D. Okay, 5 mark normally they ask a question like this. Okay, if it is AP, A minus D, A plus D. There they give normally sum. So when you add minus D plus D cancel, you will get 3A. From that you can find A. To find D, they give some other condition. But here, three terms in GP, you take it as A by R, A, AR. Here they will give product normally. If they give in product, R cancel, A cube. From that you can find A. Then you find R, they give something. So it's a similar question only. The product of three terms given as 343. So A cube is 343, that is 7 cubes. So A equal to 7. To find R, or some other case, what they given there, sum is 91/3. Their sum, add everything, add all the three, 91/3. A value, you know, what is A value? 7. Substitute and divide by 7, you will get this. Then take LCM, you will get a quadratic equation, solve it, you are getting two values for R. R value 3 and 1/3. R value 3 and 1/3. A value you got 7. So first you take this 2. A equal to 7 and R equal to 3. Substitute here A by R 7/3. A 7. AR 7 into 3 21. Second time you take A and the second value 7 and 1/3 you take. Same answer you will get, but you get in the reverse order. But don't forget to write that. Both you have to write. Okay, the steps I didn't write here, but I want you to do it fully. Okay. Now question number 37. Find the sum. Very simple question, right? Sum of special series, sum of the squares, sum of the cubes, or sum of first n natural number. All the three formula you study. Sum of first n natural numbers. What's the formula? N into n plus 1 by 2. Sum of the squares. This is the formula. N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Sum of the cubes. N into n plus 1 by 2 the whole square. If they ask from 1 onwards, very simple. Here they ask from the middle, right? They ask from 15 onwards. 15 to 28. So what's the method? 15 to 28. 28 we don't have direct method. So 1 to 28. 1 to 28 minus 1 to its previous number. What's the previous number? 14. So S is equal to S28 minus S14. S28 minus S14. So first S28. What do? Wherever n comes you put 28. Then minus S14. Wherever n comes you put 14. You then mere calculation you will get the answer. Okay. Now question number 28. So here only thing you remember, distance equal to what? Speed into time. In the previous exam focus series, the model paper 1, we discussed the same question. You can refer that one. Okay, question number 38. Now 39. Again a sum in alpha beta. They asked to find the value of this. Today in this video already we discussed this. So find alpha plus, before that you check whether it is given in the correct form. A value, B value, C value. You find alpha plus beta minus B by A. Alpha into beta, C by A. We want to find this. So in this question also we need alpha square plus beta square. Earlier we saw one question, right? Alpha raised to 4 plus beta raised to 4. Here first you find alpha square plus beta square, because when you simplify this you need that also. Okay. So alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta. You complete that. Then this is what we want to calculate, right? Take LCM and simplify. You substitute the values. Alpha square plus beta square we need here. That's the reason we got that first itself. All other values, alpha plus beta and alpha beta, you know, just substitute, you will get the answer as 13/6. Okay. Now look at this question. One sum in age. Varun and Swati. Varun and Swati. What is given here? The present ages they asked to find. We don't know the present ages. We take the present ages as X and Y. Now what they said here, 7 years ago. 7 years ago means 7 years less, right? So X become X minus 7 and Y become Y minus 7. 7 years ago, what relation they said here? Varun's age was 5 times square of Swati's age. Varun's age is what? X minus 7. Varun's age, this X minus 7 is 5 times 5 times square of 5 times of 5 into square of Swati's age. Swati's age is what? Y minus 7 square. So y minus 7 the whole square, 5 times. So 5 into y minus 7 the whole square. From there you can find x value. Take this minus 7 to that side. Also simplify. This is square it. A minus b the whole square and multiply everything by 5. Then take minus 7. That's it. You will getting this equation. Then one more thing. 3 years hence means after 3 years. So it add 3, right? So x become x plus 3 and y become y plus 3. And there they given some relation. What relation they given? 3 years hence Swati's age will be 2/5 of Varun's age. Swati's age is what? Y plus 3 is 2/5 means 2 by 5. So y plus 3 is 2 by 5 of Varun's age. What's Varun's age? X plus 3. So you are getting another equation and you can solve these two equations. If you simplify and you are getting y value. Okay, actually you are getting this one. Here for x, you can substitute the value, right? X value already got it, that value substitute. You are getting a quadratic equation y and you have to solve this one. You can factorize like this, okay? And you are getting y equal to 9 and 11 by 2. 11 by 2 is not possible because 11 by 2 if you put, then y minus 7 will be negative and all. So that value you cannot take. So y value 9 you take and that y value substitute in the first equation, you will get x value. That is Varun's age and y you are getting, that is Swati's age. Okay, so only thing, framing the equation. Once you frame the equation, then you can do only thing, present ages x and y. 7 years ago, subtract 7. So x minus 7, y minus 7, some relation given. One age is 5 times square of the other age. So 5 into square of the other age. Another thing they said 3 years hence. So after 3 years, add 3 there. Then there's some relation they said, right? One age is 2/5 of another age. 2 by 5 into that. Then 2 equations, you can solve it. Question number 41, this is for standard deviation. In the previous question paper, we discussed standard deviation. So only thing difference here in that question, x values given, but here class intervals given, you take the middle values, that's all. 0 to 10, you take it as 5, 15, 25, 30, then you can do in the same method only. This is the direct question, radii of circular ends of a frustum. Radius given 45 and 28. Read it very carefully. Someday they may give diameter. Here radius, capital R and smaller. And height they given us what? 7. They asked find volume of the frustum. In objective question we discussed the formula pi h by 3 r square plus rr. You will get the answer. Okay. Now we have come to the end. The most important one, anyone can score mark, right? So we want graph and construction, the full mark you have to score. For that purpose only we uploaded separate videos for construction and graph. Construction we put 3 videos, it will come around 1 hour, and graph also 2 videos, 1 hour, basic and advanced. If you go through that videos, definitely you can score this full mark in graph and construction. Okay, let us see what they asked in this paper. So here triangle, draw triangle PQR. It is triangle PQR such that PQ given, vertical angle given, and the bisector of the vertical angle meets at PD is equal to 5.2. Just I'll tell you the method how to do. First construction, you have to draw a rough diagram. In triangle there are 3 types. Okay, in all the 3 cases, first the baseline we draw, right? Here the baseline they said 6 point. Rough diagram you have to draw that. 6.8, this is PQ. And vertical angle they said, vertical angle they given here as 50. Okay, vertical angle 50. So downward you take 50. For this you draw a perpendicular line. For this you draw a perpendicular bisector. With this as center, with this radius you draw a circle. Up to this it is common for all the 3 cases, construction of triangle. Whether they give median or altitude or angle bisector cuts at some place, base. Okay, if it is median, keep the pointer here, cut the circle, then join. If it is altitude, keep the pointer here, cut the perpendicular line, then draw parallel line, then you join. Here the bisector of the vertical angle meets PD at 5.2. 5.2 will be somewhere here. So join this point and that point and extend it. What you get here, that is R. Join PR. So this is the required triangle. Okay, so and construction steps also you have to do. Okay, so this is one. And another question, construct a triangle, similar triangle, right? PQR, construct a similar triangle PQR. And scale factor they given us what? 7 by 3. So 3 is the given one. 7. So we have to find an enlarged one. So you draw a small triangle here and name it as PQR, right? It is PQR. 7 by 3. So you take any angle, you draw a line and make 7 arcs here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So name it as Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q7. And 3, this is the given one, smaller one, right? This one you join with Q3. Q3, okay? Now we have to enlarge it. So extend this line, also you extend this line. Method is, through Q7, you draw a line parallel to this. For this, we have to draw a parallel. It will come somewhere here, right? But how to draw a parallel line? Keep the pointer here, draw an arc. Same measurement, keep the pointer here, draw arc. Now measure this length, keep the pointer here, cut it, right? So join these two and this point is R dash. Now at R dash, you have to draw a line parallel to this. Parallel to this, you draw a parallel line. So what do? Keep the pointer here, draw an arc. Same measurement, keep it here, draw the arc. Measure this length, cut it. Join these two and extend it. That is P dash. Are you able to understand this? So this is the required triangle. It's an enlarged one. Okay. Then you write construction steps. And in this case, even if you're not drawing the rough diagram, doesn't matter. Now look at, this is construction. Okay. Next, very important thing, graph. So graph, there are 3 types of graphs. In one graph, they'll ask you to identify the nature of roots. Another case, solve graphically. And the last one, draw the graph, using that solve some other equation. Okay, so here what they asked here, graph the following quadratic equation and state nature of solution. Just I'll tell you nature of solution. When you draw the graph, if the graph cuts at 2 places, these are the solutions. If it cuts at 2 places, you say the roots are real and distinct. If the curve touches the baseline at only one point, you say the roots are real and equal. The roots are real and equal. But suppose the graph is not at all touching x-axis, then you say there is no real root. The roots are unreal. Okay, so that you can try that sum. And here the last question, and here the full calculation, just to explain to you. The question is, draw the graph of this. This is a lengthy one. Draw the graph of this, hence solve this one. Draw the graph of this, hence solve this. What do? First you have to draw graph of this one. So 2x square minus 3x. But the easy methods already I taught in that graph video. You can listen that one, you can go through that, so you can understand. Otherwise we don't know what values you have to give. Sometimes we'll start from -4 to +4, then the cases will come, right? So easy method you can do. Here I'm starting with -3, -3, -2 up to 4, and x we have taken. Next what we want, x square, then we want 2x square, 2x square. X square should be okay, then -3x, 5 and y, add it. You are getting the values. For this you can draw the graph. But they asked to solve some other one. For that you are getting an equation. I'm going to explain to you how we are getting this. First what you do now, you write the equation, the graph what you have drawn. Y is equal to, what's that one? Y equal to 2x square minus 3x minus 5. Y equal to 2x square minus 3x minus 5, right? Draw the graph of this. Hence solve some other one. What you solve? 2x square, right? Below this 2x square. Next what they given here? Minus 4x, right? Minus 4x. And what is the constant term here? Minus 6. Minus 6. And they put equal to 0. You write here equal to 0. Subtract these two. Change the sign. Minus, minus, plus, plus. So y cancel. Minus 3x plus 4x, it is 1x, plus 6 minus 5, it is 1. So that is how you are getting y equal to x plus 1. For that you draw another tabular column, right? For y equal to x plus 1, you draw a small tabular column. Y is equal to x plus 1, right? Y equal to x plus 1. For x you put 0, y is equal to 1. You want more value or 2 values you find out, you plot the points. When you draw that, this is the graph you are getting for the first one. First one's graph you are getting this. Then the line, this is the line you are getting. That equations and all you write here, okay? Both are cutting at 2 places. Suppose if you get This is the graph and this is the line. It cuts at two places. Here you draw a line, here you draw, these are your answers. But here, one place it just touches the x-axis itself. So no need to draw any perpendicular line. And another one, it's cutting here, right? You draw a perpendicular line here. Where it cuts 3 and where it cuts -1. So the answer is x is equal to -1, 3. Like that you write. And other things, scale, everything you write properly. Okay. Hope you understood all these things. We'll meet you in another video.